Okay, today we're going to be talking about alternatives to store-bought douches because sometimes we just want to make douches. So my name is Stacy Kimbrell, and I'm going to show you how I would suggest someone to make this kind of what is this? If you're doing a veggie fresh, if you want a veggie fresh kind of feeling, then this is what you do. So if you don't have a whole apparatus at home, you would buy one of the disposable containers. And you know, this has purified water, sodium benzoate, sodium chloride. And I love this because it actually says it's vinegar and water, which there's no vinegar in this container. So that's false advertisement, but whatever. I don't have enough money to, you know, go after all these companies. So you pour this stuff out. And then usually I like to use Bragg's apple cider vinegar, but I couldn't find any when I had to go out and get some because making this for someone. And so I did find some organic apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. So I'm just going to pour water in it. If we have water from the Egyptian Alps, that's the best kind, which is a joke, obviously, because there's no such thing. But you fill it up, you know, 3/4 of the way. Vinegar is going to go in the rest of the way. And actually, I'd even put maybe a little bit less water. I think I may have a real recipe for this somewhere. Okay. And then, obviously later on this will go on here, but I already took off the seal cap and this isn't going here. Now there's oils that I like to put in here because everyone can use, you know, lavender scented, I don't know, whatever scent you like. But I like eucalyptus, this one's radiata, so I'm gonna put like 2 drops in this container. And I think one got on the outside. And then rosemary, 2 drops. Oh, I got 3, I'll be okay. Lavender, which this is sort of fun because this is the old lavender bottle. This is how we used to have them. You peel back this label here, hold on. Before the FDA and FTC got to us. And they had a supplement fact. But now we have a new way of doing this where we would use the vitality oils for internal use, not necessarily this one anymore. But they don't consider the vaginal canal internal, so we can use the regular oils for this example. And I did about 4 drops of lavender. Melrose is a great oil that has tea tree, which I don't think I put tea tree in yet, did I? But really can't overdose on this, so are we out of tea tree? I'm going to do a couple of drops of tea tree, probably like 3 or 4. And thyme is really good to put in here. It's sort of odd. You would think that some of these oils would maybe be hot or, you know, be hot inside your vaginal canal, but they're actually not. Or even when you use oils rectal, you would think it would be burning, but it's not. If it touches like the outside layer of it, it can get a little hot. This is Thieves. And I think I did everything. So much I can't say. And if they didn't have Thieves, I'd probably use Citrus Fresh. If you didn't have either of those, I'd probably use Douche. So there's a lot of different things you can do. Okay. So then you would mix, you know, you shake this up before you use it because remember, oil and water don't mix. And then you would attach this and then obviously use it. The best way to do this is if you can use it, if you can retain it, which is not easy to do. So you'd literally have to like be in take a bath and then have the water down low so it's not interfering, and then sort of have your legs up and try to insert this and hold it for a period of time. That would be the best thing to do. But if not, just use it as a regular douche would be called to use, you know, just use it. And then you'll have to go see my video about how to make suppositories. And usually we use a mold, which you could use something like this. And I don't even have any, I only have these to show you right now, so I'm not going to make it because I have a whole video on like 5 different ways to make suppositories. And you could use them vaginal or rectal depending on what the situation's for, but you can go watch that video. But for another situation right here is if you got some coconut oil, and like this one is from, they just changed their name, Wilderness Family Organics, or Natural or Wildly Organic. This is centrifused coconut oil. So when you're making your coconut treats, this is the best kind to have. And at the store, you could find different kinds, but you always want organic, unrefined, cold pressed coconut oil, okay? that's a better choice to get that you can get in the market. If it's refined, they took out the nutrients that you're looking for. But to me, this is the best one, but this is a little bit more pricey than this one. So usually I'll use this for all my cooking, but I use this for all the internal stuff. So, you know, if your coconut is this, if it's this kind of consistency, it's still smushy right now, but it's not going to be easy to pour into here. So I just put in a glass container. I turn on the burner for a second. Try not to burn myself. Get your metal spoon away. And all I'm doing is heating up the container for a second. And then I turn it off because it will melt naturally. I don't want this to be so loose. I don't want to heat up the coconut oil till the coconut oil is hot, because that's not the purpose of what we're trying to do. We're just trying to get it pliable. And then this is a retention, which you could use, once again, this, but obviously the vaginal canal could hold the size. So I'm going to do this. And then it could be like cut in half and that kind of thing. And we're going to put it in the freezer. Before you start to make this, you know, make sure you have a space in your freezer that's already available for it. So I'm pretty sure this is going to make up at least 2 of these. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is Melaleuca. And I'm going to do thyme. Almost the same kind of thing. I have to make sure I show the tampon thing too. Rosemary. And the probiotic. These. And I am going to do peppermint. If you needed to, you can look up the properties of copaiba, and you can always do that as well. You just sort of mix this together. I hate to waste anything, so hold on. Let's see here. I did do Melrose. I did lavender, I did thyme. I think I used some of this. I am putting some digest in here. Okay, so stir it up. I'm just going to pour it in these little molds right here. It'll be enough for a couple days. Yeah, that's so cool. This would be nasty if you look up. I hate to waste anything. It doesn't taste the best, but I'm not going to waste it. Okay. But you definitely can taste everything I just put in there. Okay, so let's get this all moved into the same. Okay, so you gotta make sure, once again, you clear out a spot in your freezer, which I did already. This will take like 10 minutes. 10 minutes to freeze. Then it could be cut in half because you probably don't need all of that at once. Okay, so we took care of that. This is water. Okay, suppository video. Just type in Stacy Kimbrell and suppositories and you'll find a video on YouTube for it. Inner defense is literally one of my favorite things to help keep... Oh, this is the wrong inner defense. Inner defense. Well, I don't have it here right now. Inner defense does not look like this. I put something else in here, obviously. I think this is my probiotics. I do things when I'm traveling and then I forget what I did, so I need to go figure out what that is. But anyhow, Inner Defense is a liquid capsule that already has the thieves blend in it, oregano, lemongrass, and thyme in it. So to help keep a healthy, normal immune system, this is great to take. You can take this at night or you can take it during the day. If you're gonna take it during the day, I would tell you to take it with food because otherwise you can get an upset stomach sometimes. You can take it at night, even 2 at night, and not get an upset stomach. So anytime I engage in extracurricular activities, I always take one of these, and it makes me never have any kind of issues. Okay. And then this is Young Living's probiotic. This is called Life 9. It looks like this. So you can use this as a vaginal retention as well to help normalize the good bacteria in the system. So we have this going on. And then one thing you can do as well, not everyone uses tampons or maxi pads, but if you do, especially if you're using oils, you definitely have to get cotton ones because the stuff on the regular market that we have today is all synthetic, and that's a huge problem. I forgot the brand of this, forgive me, because I just have them out in case someone needs it. I don't have a uterus, so I don't use them, really. So this is organic cotton. This is a cotton tampon, okay? So it's really important that you use organic, because otherwise the oils could eat through the chemicals in the other ones, and that could be inside you, and that would not be good. So you want to use organic. So you can put the same kind of oils in a little container because you don't want to waste them, right? And if you had a little bit more in here than you need, so sometimes I use the Thieves mouthwash and pour a little bit in here. Now the Thieves mouthwash has a whole bunch of stuff, including coral, silver, and Thieves blend in it, as well as other things. And then I would do the same thing. I would put lavender in here for sure, and I would put rosemary in here for sure, and I would put Thieves in here for sure. And if you had it, you know, if you had your everyday oil kit, you could put Citrus Fresh. Melaleuca is great. If you don't have Melaleuca, you could always use Melrose because it's in here. Eucalyptus is in here as well. Melrose is like the oil that you have to have. It's not even that expensive. So you can sort of see where the oil's at in here because it leaves like a center spot. So all the oil globs right there. So you just can shake it up or stir it up or whatever. And you sort of have to do this fast when you're doing it. So you would obviously be ready, undo this, and then roll it in here, and then insert it vaginally really quickly. And that way you could, if you did a douche in the morning, and then you did this before you had to leave the house or whatever, because obviously, well, okay. So if you did a douche in the morning, you could do this to have it retained throughout the day. And then you could do the coconut oil one at night. Because obviously if you have all that coconut oil inside you and you're standing and walking around, it's probably going to come out, you know, at some point, right? The oils don't want to be mixed with oil and water. So they do sort of separate and absorb into the vaginal canal, and they stick to the cells instead of in the coconut oil or water mix, you know, for like the douche, this one. So that's great. So anyhow, so then I'm just going to get this together to give to her. With this is already made up, so she can roll this in there. And then once again, if you did use a coconut oil through the day, make sure you use a cotton maxi pad. And that way, if you have any leakage of it, then it won't be a problem, but it also won't interfere and harm you as well. So I think that's it. Is that it? I don't think it's frozen yet. Let's see. Well, it's not completely frozen yet, but you can see it's starting to get hard. And so once this is done, you just pop it, you put it in a little sandwich bag, and it's ready to go for whenever you need it. So it usually takes like 10 minutes. Okay, I hope this helped you out today and learn how you can use natural things to help yourself in many different ways. Because of our compliance regulations, I can't tell you exactly why I'm making this, but as we named it Veggie Fresh, is it veggie, not Veggie Fresh? Veggie Fresh? Veggie Fresh. Then, you know, you can maybe get the idea. And once again, suppositories, you can use it for many different things. And that is looking up Stacy Kimbrell on YouTube and then suppository videos, and you'll find it. Okay, thanks so much. Have a great day.